Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back, Lou and Lank. Yeah, we're doing football review. I think we hinted at it, didn't we, Mr. Lankowski? Or you did.
We are doing the Premier League review. I am wearing a non-Premier League team's jersey,
and I'm wearing one that arguably shouldn't be a Premier League after last season, but I digress. We are looking. This is going to be quite a bumper episode. Cause we're going to do like a preview, some like manager of the season, top scorers, and obviously we're going to look ahead to the fixtures and also have a look at the table predictions. But I'm going to try and do one of these once a week, just for the upcoming fixtures. Lank will be dropping in and out here and there whenever he's got the availability. But yeah, it'll be a nice series and a nice return.
Yeah.
So do you want to get us? What was that like?
I do want to do it every week, but I mean, at the minute,
Subject to availability.
Yeah, subject to availability. Life's madness lately. If you watch my streams, you know life's madness. You know how it all goes.
So yeah, I think we should. We spent long enough. I think we should just get straight into it.
Yeah,
nobody cares about the intro.
Yeah, so basically for me, because no one cares about mid-table teams. Hot take. If you want to come at me. I've done the top 7 and the bottom 3. So, because they're the only places, like the top 7 is just what European spots were allocated last season. If those are allocated this season, then so be it. Still a top 7. But yeah, that's what I've got. I've got top 7, bottom 3. And Lou, what you got? You've just done full table, haven't you?
I've done full table.
Lou's gone balls to wall. I've just gone. Yeah.
I was just saying, do you want to go from bottom to top and then like work into it?
Yeah, go on, man. Because I've still got my bottom 3 here.
We'll go 18th to 20th. I'll run through the middle of the table. And then
why would you not just go 20th up? Right, why would you start with bottom 3 and then go 18th to 20? This is what I have to work with.
Because episode 4 was released first, and that's what. Anyway.
Oh, right, okay.
So 20th place, I'll put Bournemouth. I don't know about you.
Really? I've put Sheffield United. That's going to trigger some.
My logic is I don't think Bournemouth were very good last year, and I think they got a decent. They had a nice purple patch under Gary O'Neill.
Yeah.
But was obviously he's gone now, and I just don't think the squad's good enough. I think they've got Tav. Shout out to Tavernier, but I just don't think they've got enough. I mean, when you got Dominic Slanky as your main striker, like you're gonna struggle.
That is a good point. Where did you finish? Finish 15th last season.
Yeah,
they lost 4 of the last 5.
Yeah, they petered out, but a lot of teams.
Yeah.
Why Sheffield United?
To be honest, I don't know. I just feel like they are gonna be down there. It's the easy choice going for the promoted teams to go down. I have got 2 promoted teams in my bottom 3. It is not a bias because I'm a Leeds fan. I'll be honest. If it were a bias, Scum would be 20th. So there you go.
I will say last season was the first time in God knows how long that none of the promoted teams went down.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yay for us. Fucking dickhead.
Right, so straight to 19th, I've got Sheffield United.
I've got Luton.
I haven't watched Sheffield last year in the Championship. They weren't that good. They struggled a lot towards the end of the season, and they barely got over the line against Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
And, was it Luton?
Yeah.
I don't even remember that. My brain is just fried right now. But yeah, they were, and they've got quite an old squad. So I just they don't have a lot of experience.
Plus, this is another reason why I picked them. I've got Paul Heckingbottom as their coach. So good luck with that. Yeah. Good luck with that.
Why Luton?
Squad maturity, squad depth, just overall quality of squad. I think they're obviously an easy pickings. A lot of people will have them as the 20th spot. But I think they'll put a run together. I don't think they'll embarrass themselves. I don't think they'll go full Derby and just be like the worst team ever.
I think the stadium's an interesting one.
God almighty, fuck. How are we not in Premier League and there we are?
I had Luton in at 18th.
Yeah, 18th. I could have gone for so many teams here. I could have gone for Wolves, but I think that's a premature pick. Obviously, they have just like sacked the manager, or the manager's just left today, and then Gary O'Neill's as of recording this, and then Gary O'Neill's coming. I rate Gary O'Neill. I think he's a good manager. And the Wolves squad is a weird squad. I think they picked up at the right time last season as well, so they look better than the war. But I've picked Forest.
Forest in 18th?
Yeah, I've picked Forest in 18th. I think I like... Apologise for that interruption. I had to go tend to my daughter. Yeah, I like Steve Cooper. But I think they got lucky last season. They pretty much gambled everything and ploughed money into the club into a stupid way. A lot of those signings have left.
They don't have a keeper, do they?
No, that's what I mean. And I think they've been left bare bones. Obviously, I haven't kept an eye on them to look at their transfers, but I think last season they did well to stay up. I was going to pick Everton because, I mean, financially they're fucked, but they're just, well, I don't know, they just keep fucking signing players because it's all fun and well. I mean, Barcelona do it, so why can't Everton?
So but hey ho. At one point I had Luton like mid-table, but then I put them in 18th because I just thought they've got that Brentford about them where they could go straight back down, or they might just be one of them teams where you just don't want to play against them. Like,
yeah. There's always that one team who comes up and overachieves.
They've got that like old school like Millwall attitude about them, like Stoke, like early 2000s. Like you just don't. They just.
Where were we?
Do you want to just run through 18th again?
Yeah, so for bottom three, I had Sheffield United 20th, 19th Luton, and 18th Forest, Nottingham Forest.
And I had Bournemouth 20th, Sheffield 19th, and Luton in 18th. I just...
Bournemouth, Sheffield United, and Luton.
I just don't see them... Them two specifically, I just don't see them challenging. I think they're going straight back down, and I just don't rate Bournemouth's squad. I think Luton are the toss-up of whether it's them or Everton or Forest were the other two that I was considering, but...
Yeah. I think they're easy pickings, obviously, Luton, especially Luton and Sheffield United. But interesting that neither of us picked Burnley. That's an interesting one.
I just think when you romp to the title the way that they did, I just don't see how you can go straight back down.
I mean, I don't really rate the team, but I rate Vince Kompany as a manager. I think he's the fucking unbelievable manager.
Except for Anderlecht, but we don't talk about that.
Right, go on, you can do the rest of your table.
So I had Everton in 17th, nearly going down. Forest in 16th, nearly going down. Wolves in 15th, nearly going down. Then I had West Ham in 14th because I wasn't quite sure. Because on paper their squad's good, but the whole situation was Moyes and them not making signings, and also Lucas Paqueta might be going to City. You don't really know. Fulham 13th purely because Mitrovic, the whole thing about him not wanting to stay, and I think William might be leaving as well. Brentford in 12th. I don't think they'll go down, but I think they'll struggle this season, especially with Tony gone.
I would say the whole Ivan Tony. I think when he comes back, though, I think he could.
If he stays, he might leave.
Yeah, true. If he stays and he comes back, I think he'll have a point to prove. So I think he could kick on and maybe propel them up the table a bit more.
And you got Palace in 11th. They're just a weird one where they got a lot of young, talented players, but they don't really have a direction at the moment with Roy Hodgkinson because he's that old. Got Burnley in 10th, surprisingly high. Like you said, I don't think the squad is amazing, but I think the style of football's quite good. Yeah. Got Brighton down in 9th, purely because I think they'll have a little bit of a tail off this year, just with the demands of Europe. I think the other teams around them are going to get stronger, and also they're getting picked apart at the moment. I know they're getting a lot of money for these players, but I just don't see. You're going to get another Southampton situation where they can only sustain replacing them for so long before it starts to slip. And then the last one before we go into it is 8th place. I put Spurs.
Oh, did you pretty much just look at last season's table and copy and paste it? Because you had Everton 17th, finished 17th last season. You had Forest
Actually, I generally didn't look at the table.
West Ham finished 14th as well.
I just went with how it is. Spurs in 8th is very dependent on if Kane stays or goes, and if they sign a replacement, or because I think they need a keeper, they need full backs. I think they need another centre back. They need a midfielder, and then they need obviously replace Kane.
Yeah, the whole thing with Spurs is how do you pronounce his surname?
Yeah, the manager. I just don't know if he's going to be a success or a flop, because he did really well in Scotland, but it's Celtic.
Yeah, I would say my nan could do well at Celtic. It's just it's like saying, oh, he did well at Bayern Munich, or he did well at Man City, or he did well at Barcelona.
Well, should we go on to the top 7?
Yeah, top 7.
You can go first with your 7th.
I've got Spurs at 7th, and I think Kane's going. If Kane doesn't go, he's got zero ambition in life apart from I want to be the best Premier League footballer. No.
I was just going to say, I could see him going next summer.
Yeah, but we say this every season. Just go and win some fucking titles. I just want to end of it now. I'm sick of hearing about it. Bayern Munich are putting up stupid money for a fucking old player who's only ever scored an hat-trick against fucking Panama or whoever it was. And he pretends to be the best striker in the world. No, he's overrated. I'm going fucking full on Rory Jennings here. It's overrated. It's bullshit. Just go, have some ambition, win some titles, possibly, and well, they might be playing in Champions League. He's not going to be doing that at Spurs, is he? No, he's going to be playing against fucking.
I've seen Son's been linked to PSG as well.
Ooh, that's interesting, especially for our predictions for later on. I think Spurs finishing in 7th, if Kane does, I hope he does. Would be, I mean, they'd have to find a replacement for him, and then I think Son would have. I don't know if you'd be able to say it'd be a breakout season because he's been doing well there already. So I don't know whether it'd be a breakout season for him, but I think it'd be he's the top dog now, unless they brought in a world class striker, which is just.
Well, they're not because they got Richarlison.
Well, that's what I mean.
It's not that he's world class.
No,
they spent 70 million on him.
I mean, Patrick Bamford's up for sale if anyone wants
him. He's injured, isn't he?
Oh no.
7th, I had Villa. I think they're.
Are you just copying? Have you got last season's table up and you just fucking copying it?
I think they're going to kick on a little bit this year. Obviously, with they got Europe in the end.
Yeah. Fucking poverty league.
I think Emery's a good manager, like a really good manager. I think Ollie Watkins will have a slight dip, but I still think he'll do well. And they've just made some smart signings. And also, is it Diego Carlos coming back after that awful injury?
Yeah.
Like, he can cement himself now, and I just think they're going to kick on.
I did tempt with Villa at 7th, but I was looking at the table. I didn't really want to just copy last season's table, if I'm being honest. I had the same thoughts as you. I really like Emery as a manager. They've got. I don't know whether you'd class him as Deadwood. I see it as Deadwood, but it's got the whole fucking Philippe Coutinho shit and stuff like that. He's still there. He's still a world-class player on his day, but I don't know. They have made good signings. They've got like Lucas Digne and stuff like that, so I can see why you've gone more for 7th.
Who have you put in 6th?
6th, I have gone. This could be a bit divisive. I've got Newcastle.
I've got Newcastle as well in 6th.
Yeah, I think for really, really doing well. Signing wise, they're signing the right sort of players. Good young players. They're paying that English tax on some of them.
Do you think though that they're still missing something?
This was one of the things. Are you just talking about number 9?
Well, no, because I think Callum Wilson and obviously Isaac can play there, but I'm like. They've let, say, Maximin go, who's that X Factor. I know he's not the most consistent player.
Yeah, and they've replaced him with Harvey Barnes.
Yeah.
I don't get that. I don't go.
Like, my problem is Newcastle are a very good team, but they're a very old school Premier League team.
Yeah.
Like the players that they have, like an Anthony Gordon, a Harvey Barnes, like they're not. Like,
the defense
is solid, but it's like stereotypical like 6'6" English centre backs.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know
yeah.
they're not English, but like Botman, good player. But again,
Yeah.
I rate Pope, but he's very old school.
Yeah. The only reason I've got him in 6th is because they're in Champions League.
Yeah, I think
that's that's the simple thing. Are we going to prioritize the Champions League? Probably not. We'll probably prioritize the league to try and maintain this Champions League form. But it's still Europe. It's still extra matches. If we go a round or two out of the group stages, you're still putting extra strain. I don't think we've really got a Champions League squad. But, I mean, you can have, like, fucking Apoel Nasir in Champions League, so anyone can play in it, really. We could with fucking Sir Bamford up front.
No, why digging Nicosia out? But
I'm just saying, like, really, are they champions?
My thing about Newcastle is I think they've slightly gotten better, and the teams around them have like gotten better significantly.
Yeah,
but I think they've kind of stagnated. I know they signed Tonali, who's a really
Tonali's
good player,
a sick player, but
I just think they're missing that X factor in terms of like a player who like you're 2-2 and he just pulls something out of nowhere. 3-2. Like, I think missing that.
I think we're doing the whole Arsenal from a few years ago, where we're building a core of young good players. And it won't pay off now, but in the future it will. I mean, look at all the shit Arteta used to get when they were building his squad. And then last season, nobody cared about any of that shit they did in past 4 years or whatever it was. Nobody cared the fact that they were nowhere near last year. Fuck it. Last year they overachieved for me, but I mean, they're still overachieved. You've got to overachieve to overachieve. They did it, so... But yeah, that's my 6th. 5th, I've gone Scum.
This is where it gets hard. I've gone Liverpool.
Yeah, basically for me, I didn't. Newcastle would have been above them if they won in Champions League. Scum, making signings. Looking at last season's table, I didn't even realise I finished third. It's disgusting. I finished third. I know they had a decent, like, clean sheets, but who they brought in keeper wise? Oh, Onana, wasn't it? Onana, and then we've got that young kid up front, haven't we?
Ramos. Can't remember how he says last name.
Yeah, but I mean,
80 million on him.
Yeah, 5th for Scum ain't bad, I suppose. I don't know. I just don't see him finishing above my top 4. Maybe my 4th place is a bit sketchy, but
I originally had Man United in 5th, but I had to put Liverpool just purely on the fact that I think their squad's gotten that year older, and I don't think they've brought in enough.
No, I don't at all.
I think midfield's still a worry. I think Salah's going to does a decent season. I think Nunez is going to kick on this year. But I just don't see their midfield holding for the rest of the season. And then Van Dijk's another year older. Yep. I don't rate Trent.
No.
Robertson had a shocker last year. I don't think he has a settled back four in terms of his partner for Van Dijk. I think Alisson's solid. But I think obviously they're going to miss Fabinho. They're going to miss Henderson both going. I think both of them were out of form last season, especially Henderson, but the leadership's gone.
Yeah, that's it. Leadership, that's the thing.
And it's like the players they brought in, like they don't really have a holding midfielder as of now.
For me, with them, it's hugely dependent on the form of Salah and Alisson. If Salah goes off, they'll do well like they always do. If he doesn't go off, they're relying on Nunez.
Is that African Cup of Nations?
That's a good question, Matt.
If it is, then Liverpool might be in trouble with Salah gone.
Yeah, because then they'd have to rely on Nunez and Luis Diaz. Is it?
Diaz is a good player, but like I said, last year he got injured and Jota was just out of form.
Jota as well. Yeah, we've got Jota. Forward line is not too bad. Obviously, your main man's going to be Salah and you're going to be dependent on him. Back line is, like you said, I don't rate Trent. Van Dijk's getting older. They've got that young kid who were at Leipzig or were at Salzburg, that Konate, who played alongside Upamecano. I rate him, but when I saw him last season, it wasn't the greatest. Again, it all comes down to Can Robertson stay healthy? If he is, he's in a good run of form. Alisson, I mean, he's getting older, but
I don't rate Gakpo. I really don't.
I mean, I'd have rated him if he'd have come to Leeds like he said he was going to do, but you know.
And then who's that? I can't say his name, pronunciation, but Sal's the one they signed from Leipzig, the Hungarian. He's just, I don't think he's what they need.
I don't even know who you're on about.
The one they just signed for 70 million, the midfielder. But
oh yeah, I know what you mean now. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like you said, it's going to come down to midfield. For me, it's going to come down to midfield. They've lost leadership in midfield. Forgot really there now. They've got
Thiago, but he's out the door as well.
Yeah.
Harvey Elliott.
Well, only person that I could think of were Harvey Elliott and Curtis Jones, but Harvey Elliott is more of a winger. Curtis Jones is still a youngster. You can't win all with kids.
24.
Is he 24?
No, he's not far off it.
Curtis Jones is not 24.
He's not.
I'm saying he's 21.
Is he? He's 22.
22. Okay, we'll just split the middle. We'll just split him.
He's shit, is what we're saying.
I never said he was shit. I actually like Curtis Jones.
Nah, he is.
He's not the fucking forthcoming of Steven Gerrard like everyone thinks. Go on. Where were we?
4-5 Man United. So I assume you had Liverpool.
Yeah, I had Liverpool.
Yeah, it was a toss-up. It really was.
Yeah. Toss-up for him. Third, who have you got?
I've gone Chelsea in third.
Interesting. Go on, explain.
I think they've cleared out a lot of the dead wood. Some of it's still there, like Ziyech.
Yeah. Where did we all go, by the way? I don't know where they all went.
I think they went to Arabia.
Didn't like some sponsorship have something to do with someone? And when we all got on the same flight to a certain country.
I don't know. All I'm saying is
hashtag corruption at its best.
I think they made good signings. I think obviously Nkunku getting injured is a massive, massive blow.
Yeah.
I think Jackson's looked good in pre-season. I think Mudryk's looked good in pre-season if he can carry on.
Mudryk has fucking bulked up. If he can retain his speed and stuff like that, and obviously now he can battle with football, I rate him. I rate him highly.
I think Chukwuemeka's going to have a good season this year. He had like starts here and there last season, like flashes in the pan, but I think this year he can probably find some consistency. I think Enzo Fernandez is going to explode this year. He was really good last season. I think
overrated.
I think he's going to be one of the best midfielders next year. I think Caicedo, if they can get him, will definitely be a really good midfielder next year. One of the best, probably, arguably could be a signing of the season if they can get him for a decent price.
For a decent price? What's he equating decent price? We're going to be paying 100+ million for a player from Brighton. I'm not knocking Brighton. I aren't knocking Brighton.
No, the market is ridiculous.
Actually, that's something. McAllister for Liverpool.
Oh yeah.
That's one. But
again, he's more. He's more of an attacking player. Like, I don't think
yeah. I'm just thinking like midfield wise. That's all I'm thinking. Go on.
Chelsea. I was going to say Chelsea's keeper's still a bit of a thing, especially when they brought in Sanchez. I'm like, who's number one now?
Who have you got? Have you Kepa and Sanchez? Yeah, Mendy's gone, hasn't he?
Mendy's gone, and they loaned out. What's he called to Belgium? The young American. Cucure's shit, like genuinely dog shit. Like he's gotten worse somehow.
So the last person you signed from Brighton for big money is shit, but the next person you sign in from Brighton is going to be the next big thing.
The last person we signed from Brighton was Graham Potter.
That went well. Still one of the best English managers for me. I think it's all right.
It's all right until you say English, and then it kind of it doesn't have it like wipes the prestige off that statement a little bit.
Yeah.
But
for me. Go on, keep going.
Colwell as well. I was just going to say Colwell's going to have a breakout.
God, this is like saying Curtis Jones all over
This is why I put third. Originally I had Chelsea in fifth, but I was like, I don't rate Liverpool and Man United that much, so I did knock them up. But I think it's a toss up between like them three, and then the team above them.
The big thing for Chelsea is,
who did you put in third, by the way?
Third's Arsenal for me.
Really?
Third's Arsenal. The big thing for Chelsea, which I was just about to say, is I've got no else to worry about. We've got no Champions League. We've got no Europe. I've got nothing to worry about. They could just go, you know what? We'll put kids out. All these kids we put out on loan every year. You know, 97,000 that are on loan. We'll play them in Cup. Not care about it, and we'll just concentrate on League. Because to be honest, they've got to concentrate on League because they want to get back into Champions League. Hence why, spoilers, they are second on my table.
Jesus.
I think, obviously, they haven't got out to battle for European-wise, so they've got a lot more rest days. And Kunku, when he comes back, I actually think he could hit the ground running. I actually rate him as a player. I've got a lot of young kids that are... I rate, like Mudryk and so on.
Andres Santos, watch out. Remember the name.
Arsenal in third.
That's a bold.
Excuse me.
Arsenal in third is a bold one.
Arsenal in third. Champions League football, European nights. I think they overachieved last season. I'm not saying they overachieved by much. I think Arteta has built an amazing squad. Don't get me wrong on that. They are an amazing squad, and I think they'll just go from strength to strength. The one thing for me they are lacking is a number 9. They've signed. Well, Jesus is out. He did well at the start of last season. Like, I don't rate him as a goal scorer. Not someone who can get you 20 goals a season. And then
what about Nketiah?
Fucking Eddie Nketiah. And then they've gone out and signed Kai Havertz, which I believe was for a number 10 role. Because there's no way they can look at how he played for Chelsea up front and think, there's our next 30 goal season. If they'd have gone out and got a number 9, I don't know who. You know, someone who's going to bag you at least 20 goals a season.
Ivan Toney, signed him in January.
I think Ivan Toney would suit them down to the ground. I think it might be a bit iffy in changing room, but down to ground, I think it'd be great for Arsenal.
My bold prediction is that Nkunku's going to get more goals than Havertz this year, even with the injury.
Oh yeah, I'm down for that. I don't rate Havertz. I thought it was great. It were a Leverkusen, wasn't it, beforehand?
Yeah.
I thought it was great at Leverkusen. He's not a number 9. He's number 10. He likes playing in that pocket.
I think he's the number 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an interesting take.
Because he's got the attitude to play there. Like, as a box-to-box. Maybe not box-to-box, because I don't think he's got the defensive side of it, but he's got very much like a... I don't really know, because I don't think the number 10 really exists anymore, does it?
I'm still an advocate for number 10. I mean, where you can just drop into that bit of space and float around and do your thing, where you aren't having to push for back line or stay wide or go deep to get the ball. You've just got that space to occupy. That's what I think anyway. I think that's why he'd thrive as a number 10.
To me, he was always the heir to Thomas Muller. And obviously that's not going to happen because of obviously Musiala's like emerged as a better player.
Plus Thomas Muller doesn't age.
True.
So that's
so I had Arsenal second.
Yeah. I can understand why you've gone second. I really can.
I don't rate Arsenal actually.
Do you know?
That sounds. I don't think they're as good as people think. I just don't think. I think the gap between them and the rest of them is going to get breached. But I don't think they'll overcome it this season. But I think Arsenal will be further away from City this year than last year.
Oh yeah, I believe that. Like I said, I think we overachieved last season. The gap will be bigger, I believe.
I know they've signed a lot of players in a lot of positions. Like I think Declan Rice is an amazing signing.
Declan Rice is even for 105 million, I'd be tempted to say he could possibly be the signing of the season. I rate him so much.
I think they are definitely missing a number 9. Like they need someone to get in 20 goals. Because I just don't think the output that Odegaard and Saka had last year is sustainable. I think Timber's a smart signing at the back.
Absolutely.
My only issue is I don't think they have a lot of winners. in terms of like experience of winning. I think they very much that cost them last year, and I don't know. I just don't think Arsenal. I think they're a good team, and I think they have good individuals, but I don't think they have any world-class players, bar maybe Saliba and Odegaard maybe on his day.
Declan Rice. For me, Declan Rice is world-class. And I think that could be...
It in the top level, though, because he's never had the chance.
Yeah, I would say he's only ever played for West Ham.
He's got more European trophies than Arsenal.
You saying that wearing that shirt is just going to rile so many people. The only way it could be worse if you were wearing a white and dark blue top.
I'm just saying, but I know Arsenal won what was the County Cup in like the fucking 70s or whatever it was, but I don't give a fuck about some County Cup.
I think Declan Rice could bring back leadership that we need. He's not someone like an experienced veteran sort of thing, but he's been captain at West Ham. He knows how to rile the troops and blah blah blah.
See, people said Zinchenko as well, but to me, I just don't think he's that good. He's just a bang average utility player.
He's good going forward. He's Kukurea levels of awful defending.
What's their right back? The whole situation with their right back. Like Ben White's a good centre back. I don't think he's the best right back. And then like Tommy Asu's just like
Ben White's not a centre. Ben White's not a right back. When he played for us, it was great as a centre half. I think he'd so thrive as a centre half in the Arsenal team, especially passing it about. But yeah, he's not a right back.
I also think Saka's going to drop off this season a little bit. I don't think he's going to put up the numbers he did last year.
Saka's one of those players that I don't rate as much as people say.
I think he has a lot more output. It's the same as Rashford. He has more output than his performances suggest.
Saka's miles better than Rashford.
I think they're both overrated.
Oh, absolutely. It's the whole English thing. I believe it is the whole English thing. If I want English, I don't think anyone would rate him as highly as they are. But yeah, Saka, I do like him. I just think
he's a good third or fourth star to have. I wouldn't say he's a star player.
No. So, number one, who have you got?
I've actually got Bournemouth. I've got City.
City.
Man City.
Don't overthink it really.
I think they're going to miss something with Gundogan. I really, really rate him, and he's obviously gone. I think Kovacic coming in is still a downgrade. I don't think Kovacic was as good last year as he was the season before.
I like Kovacic, but it's just how he fits into Pep's system.
My problem is he's too similar to what they already have. He doesn't really offer anything else. Whereas Gundogan was very much a goal-scoring midfielder. Yeah. Whereas Kovacic, I think, got like 3 goals at Chelsea. So it's like...
Like you said, potentially losing Kyle Walker. They've lost Gundogan.
Mahrez has gone.
There's a lot of like older heads that have left. Yeah, and that's...
I know they're on about getting rid of Laporte as well.
Yeah, Laporte I can understand injury-wise. I still rate him. If he's fit, I rate him. But it's just that leadership.
My thing is, do you think Akanji and Ake overperformed last year? I know Akanji's a bit of a difficult one, but I think Ake overperformed. Don't really rate him.
I don't really want to comment because he hasn't been at a proper team for a long time.
Like 3 years.
Yeah, I know, but that's Bournemouth, innit? You've got him fucking down there, so...
Yeah, that was... I'm on about Eddie Howe's Bournemouth.
No. I'm still out. Verdict's still out. I mean, we signed him to a new 4-year deal. Yeah, something like that.
I think they need a new left back. I don't think that Rico Lewis is all that.
Let him cook. So yeah, that's our.
Can I just say one thing on City though? I don't understand why they won't start Phil Foden. Like, I just don't. I think he's such a good player, and he just doesn't start him.
Yeah, I second that. Pep do Pep things. Well,
you can't argue with it because it's successful, but like, he should be one of their best players now, especially with De Bruyne getting on and he's like picking up these niggly injuries all the time. Like, I just don't understand it.
Yeah. I'm with that.
All right.
So that's Lou's table. My top 7 and bottom 3. Do you want to go top scorers next?
Yeah.
Do you want to go? Do you want to go 3 to 1?
Or do you want to go 1, 2, 3?
Well, all right. We'll go 1, 2, 3 because number 1's not even close. Number 1 for me is obviously
Marcus Rashford.
Yeah, is Erling Haaland. Easy. Is he going to break the record again?
No, he's going to drop off.
No. I don't think, for me, he's going to get played in as many games.
I think if he hit 30 goals, that would be an achievement next year. I think he'll get something like 27.
I think he'll struggle to adapt and he won't get 15. 15 will be fucking dickhead. I don't think Pep is going to... I don't know, because they've won Champions League. I can't say we're going to prioritise Champions League.
I think he's going to play Alvarez more, though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I think Haaland's not going to score as many just because he's not playing as many. I still think he's going to be top scorer. Number 2.
Where it gets interesting. Do you want to go first?
Number 2 for me is Huminson.
I've gone Darwin Núñez.
Ooh, spicy. So for me, it's easy. If for fuck's sake, I hope he does. If Kane goes, Son is already there, number 2. Son's there. I won't even say if Son's there Robin. It's there like Batman 0.20. So I think him being thrust into that major role of I am now top dog, I think he'll perform even better, and I think he will score a decent amount of goals. How many goals? I don't know. That's not what I'm getting at here. I think he'll be the second top scorer. If Kane goes, Son normally still gets a decent output of goals. If Kane stays, he still gets a decent output of goals. So I think he'll be up there. Other than that, what do you want me to do? Just do the whole usual fucking Salah, blah, blah, blah. No. So go on with your Darwin Núñez.
I think he was world class at Benfica for that season and half a season. I think he was obviously, he had injuries last year and he was unlucky. I think he's gonna kick on. In pre-season, I know it's pre-season, but he's been unreal. He's been scoring for fun, and he has all the hallmarks of a great striker. And I think this season he's gonna show it. I don't think he's obviously gonna get close to Haaland, but I think 23, 25 goals he could.
Yeah, I think the injuries last season.
Yeah,
it'd be injuries last season, and for me, one of the big things is keeping his head, keeping his cool. There were a few points last season where he just saw red, quite literally, playing for Liverpool. But you know what I mean? It needs to have that awareness around him just to go, you know what, it is what it is. I'll get on with game. If he gets on with game, yeah, it is undoubtedly one of the most, how can I put it?
I think he's one of the most lethal.
Lethal, yeah, that's exactly what we're looking for.
He has the eye for a goal. He's quite skillful on the ball.
He's a good size as well. He's not exactly a short player.
I think he's also playing. He's got the advantage of playing in that Liverpool team, who will just go balls to the wall and just attack. Playing through Klopp's system, yeah, that'll suit him. Number 3 for me is boring old prediction of Mohamed Salah. Basically because I looked at every other player in the league and thought, fucking hell, there's just no strikers in this league no more. You can say that about world football.
Yeah, but yeah,
a massive shortage of just world class strikers.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Man City stole a march on Haaland, about 50 million, obviously his release clause. Everyone's either getting old or not performing or banned. I mean, I think if he were available, well, originally I had Nkunku third, and then I thought about Ivan Toney, but Ivan Toney's obviously banned. So yeah, I went with safe bet really of Salah. He's always going to get goals. If he stays healthy, he's going to play. It's just a safe bet, sort of. What's your number 3?
See, I was like, maybe Nkunku, but he's out. Then I went with Salah, but I thought no, just something. Then I went with Son. Again, no. I don't rate Rashford, but I did have him there at one point.
Oh God.
And then we went with the absolute ridiculous pick of Nicholas Jackson, the new Chelsea signing.
Well, that's with Nkunku out, he has got every chance to stamp his mark.
It's a new Chelsea team as well. And
Yep.
I think he'll be like a breath of fresh air. He's also not taken the number 9 shirt, which is another positive. And I don't think he's going to get loads of goals, but I could see him finishing third with like 15.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be Kai Havertz.
Yeah, I think for me, the third goal scorer, third top scorer is going to be
the other two that I
low.
considered was Ollie Watkins and Callum Wilson. I did not go with them because I think that Europe might grey on them a little bit, especially Callum Wilson with his injury record.
Yeah, I think the number 3 of the top goal scorers is going to be very shy of goals. Well, not shy of goals, but compared to the top 2 for me, I think it'll be a decent gap. And then the final category that we've got is manager of the season. So you go first.
I've gone with Emery.
I know. I can see why you went with it. I can see why you went.
I don't think Man City. I don't think Pep will get it purely because you can't top last season, and as a relative, he'll actually be like going down, even though they'll win the league and probably the FA Cup and maybe like a semi-final of the Champions League. I can't see him doing the treble again.
No.
I think Villa getting back-to-back Europe would be a massive, massive achievement. I think Eddie Howe was in for a shout there. Yeah. I just think the style of football that Villa are playing as well, I think that'll obviously play on people's minds because it's quite biased towards attacking football.
Yeah.
And I don't know who else. I think Arteta can't really, unless he wins the league. I don't see how he exceeds last year. Pochettino, I just don't see him winning it. Ten Hag again. I don't think, unless Klopp wins the league, can't see him doing it. Spurs don't have a Kep's chance in hell. De Zerbi maybe if he can drag Brighton up the table again, but like I said, they lost all the players.
Yeah.
Company's an outside shout, but like they don't give it to the smaller clubs.
That's what I mean. For me, I understand why you went for Emery. Same with Eddie Howe, the sort of thing, looking at and thinking about those two. If I were going to give it to one, I'd give it to Eddie Howe. But again, I've picked Newcastle to finish 6th. And I don't think it'd go to a team that are that low down. Plus, I think they are gonna drop off in the league because they're in the Champions League. Even though I still think the league is their priority. Mine is really based off my table picks. I've gone for Poch because again, they have got nothing else to look forward to apart from the Premier League. And if he fails, I mean, it's Chelsea doing Chelsea.
I mean, just to give your point a little bit of substance, he will have the highest climbing of the table of any team.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
There's no way Chelsea finished top.
Is that something they're going to look at and go, oh, he's gone from 12 to top 4. What a great season for Chelsea. Even though they should be in top 4. There's no argument about that. With money they spend and the history over the last decade or 2, they should be in top 4. But again, this is based on me saying we're going to finish 2nd. Arteta, Pep's not going to get it. If Pep gets it, it's bullshit. Arteta, I think, like you said, it'd take them to win the league for him to get it.
Or if they finish 2nd, I'm going to cut.
Maybe, yeah.
Depends how they do in the Champions League as well. If they go to semi-final, I could see it. But I think Poch has to win I think he has to win a trophy to win Manager of the Year.
I don't. For me, it is going to be that. It's going to be, they finished 12th last season and it's done really well to bring them back where they are, even though they've spent ridiculous amounts of money, which is beyond FFP and so corrupt, my brain wants to fucking explode. But yeah, I think it'd be, if they finish 2nd or 3rd, they'll be like, oh, yeah, that's a good season. Plus, it's Poch, so I mean, Poch is just overrated anyway.
He seems to be a big fan of all the pundits, especially Gary Neville. He's very much part of Pochettino, and I don't really understand why.
And then, like you said, I've crossed my point on Newcastle and Villa. Brighton, I don't see being up there. Europe to contend with. Liverpool
are the anomaly for me. They could have a really good season or a really bad season.
Liverpool, I've got them in fourth. You're not giving it to a team in fourth. Scum with Ten Hag. I like Ten Hag. That team he had at Ajax was one of the best teams I've ever seen play football.
Do you know my point on Ten Hag, though? I don't think he's actually playing his football at Man United.
I don't. I think it's still being run from far above him.
Yeah,
I think a lot of the signings that have been made at Scum are not his time. I mean, they are, as of recording today, they've accepted bids for Maguire, and I'm not sure if they've accepted a bid for McTominay. Getting those two off their squad
and get 60 million for them.
Yeah, is great. I mean, I don't want to slag Maguire off. He's
overrated.
Is overrated for what he was, but the system that they play is not how he is best fitted. He's not a play out from the back centre half like every fucking manager wanted him to be. So I think there's a phrase for it, but I can't remember. But yeah, Ten Hag maybe is a bit of a like dark horse with a squad is building. We know what it's capable of with Ajax, but for me, it's going to be Chelsea rising up. So for me, it's Poch. I don't rate Poch. I don't like Poch. I think he's overrated as well. Never really done all, but I think that's the only obvious one. For me, that's the only obvious one. It's either him or Pep, because City, but I don't think it'll be Pep.
I feel like having a deep run though in Europe, and that could be, even though it's Premier League and it's got nothing to do with Europe,
it influences it.
Yeah.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our table, top scorer and manager for the upcoming 2023-24 Premier League season. Whether you agree with it, you're obviously not going to agree with it. You might agree with some of the points, but hey ho. I mean, everyone agreed with. Well, no, I don't think anyone agreed. Everyone loved that someone said that fucking Haaland wasn't going to go score 15 goals last season, but yeah, morons be morons. We may be morons in the future. I picked Poch as my manager of the season. So, yeah. So, would you like to leave it there, Lou, or would you like to go through the opening week fixtures?
Do you want to run through the fixtures? Because I think from here on out, we'll just be doing fixtures with these ones. Run through them. Burnley, Man City, I don't think it's a much. I don't think anyone's going to go with them. Yeah. I'm just going to go with the Man City 4-0 just off the bat.
I'm not going score-wise. I'm going Man City win.
Okay. Arsenal, Forest, I think is a banana skin, but I think Arsenal get it done 2-0.
Arsenal win.
Sheffield United, Palace is an interesting one. I could see that being a 1-1 draw.
Palace win.
What, even away at Sheff?
Even away at Sheff.
Back in the Premier League.
Even with Roy Hodgson. Same, they've lost Zaha as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sticking with it. I'm sticking with my guns.
They might not have Elise either. He might be leaving. But...
I think if Elise... I'm go off the stuff that I've got now, I'm going Palace win.
West Ham, Bournemouth. I know I said Bournemouth bottom, but I think Bournemouth will win that.
Or draw, 0-0.
I'm going to go 1-0 Bournemouth. I think West Ham is shocking. Brighton, Luton. That's interesting. I'm going to go 2-1 Brighton.
I'm going Luton win. I'm going Luton win. But they're going to be up for it like fuck on opening day of season. I think they're going to go balls to wall. I'm going Luton win.
Everton, Fulham. I know I skimmed over it, but no Mitrovic. But I can still see Fulham just having too much. I'm going to go 1-0 Fulham.
Score draw.
Newcastle, Villas.
That's a really tricky one. That's a tricky. Late kick-off on a Saturday as well. I like that. I'm going to watch it.
At St James's. I'm going to go 3-1 Aston Villa.
You're going ballsy picking scores. Newcastle win, both teams score.
Nah, Newcastle have been struggling in pre-season. I know it's pre-season. Brentford, Tottenham. I'm going to go score draw. I'm going to go 2-2. London derby.
Tottenham win, just on basis of no Ivan Toney.
Liverpool, Chelsea. I'm going to go draw because I'm pretty sure like the last 5 games they've played has been a draw. So I'm just going to go. I'm going to go 1-1.
I want to say Chelsea win. I also could go with a score draw, but I'm going to stick with my first thought, which is a Chelsea win.
And then Man United, Wolves.
Do I let the bias? The bias hasn't crippled me on the table. Do I let the bias cripple me here?
I'm going to go 3-1.
Wolves have just sacked a manager. I rate Gary O'Neill, but he's got no time to prepare for whatever.
And it's at Old Trafford.
And it's so Scum are going to get a penalty in Fergie time. Yeah, I can't let my my bias overwhelm it. It's going to be a Scum win. Scum win.
So yeah, it was a good. I'll be chiming in once a week to I'll quickly run through the scores that we got wrong, and then
I'm actually after making these predictions on the
Lank's gonna disappear now. He ain't gonna see the rest of the season.
Unless I get everyone right, and I'm gonna come back and I am a god. I'm actually looking forward to Monday or Sunday evening to know what. Oh, even Monday evening because there's a Scum game. Just it's a bit spicy now, and we've put us balls out on washing line for everyone to see. So I'm interested to see how it goes.
Yeah. All this time we talk about football, we actually know absolutely nothing.
I mean, I'm a Leeds fan, so it proves that I know fuck all about football. But yes, there you are, ladies and gentlemen. That is our preview for the upcoming season, and also our predictions for week 1 of the Premier League. We are just about to hit 57 minutes of recording. Some of it will get edited out while I was not here tending to my daughter, but it's a lengthy one. The future ones will. Yeah. The future ones will just be probably score predictions or maybe a bit of a chin wag about recent news or stuff like that. So if you have sat through it, thank you very much for watching it all. It's very appreciated. It will be going up on both channels. So, I mean, it's going to be exactly the same, but whoever's channel you've watched it on, go to the other channel and just like the video, a bit more support. And yes, that's all I've got to say is thank you for watching. Anything from you, Mr. Lewbcon?
No. We'll try to do these midweek. Lank will be here and there whenever he can.
If it comes to it, I might just text Lou my predictions.
Yeah, and I can run
yeah.
I do want to do something for the transfer window in January. Just a little yellow tie situation.
Yeah, I was just thinking about deadline day with yellow ties. Just get a Jim White mask.
I'll do another bumper one at the end to review and go back through.
Yeah, so, absolutely.
Hi, Lou and Lank from the future.
Yeah, you know fuck all. Poch did win manager of the season, but no else.
Yeah, Chelsea got relegated. City finished 15th, but yeah. No, it was good, and we'll see you whenever this goes live.
Yep. Thank you all for watching, and on that note,
adios.
Peace.